my little scrap yard. Did a little picking, and in the pile was this guy, a Honda EX650. So ended up paying 40 bucks for it, and pulls it has compression. Who knows what it is after that? But I gotta show you its origins. See, man, and see what we get. Take a little find home, and it'll be good. Might not. So hopefully you just got done watching a clip of this thing coming up, getting picked up out of the scrapyard. If not, I go to scrapyard about once a week, and they hold stuff to the side, and they feel that it has any kind of value, they sell it instead of just running it into the dumpster and shipping it away from metal. So this was no different. It's just another piece, little baby Honda generator. These things have quite a following for them too. They're nice and quiet, and people with RVs really enjoy having them. So I yanked on the pull starter a couple times. It had compression, it went over, and the gas smelled real bad. So it was 40 bucks. I figured we'd give it a shot. It's on the beat up side. Hardware's falling out of it. That's not a good sign. Someone's been in there. The carburetor's been apart. It's been sitting with gunk on it. It's missing two of the feet. Tool compartment. So, spark plug setup is. And what we got there? It's like a thumb wheel's broken off for the jam nut for clamping down on the ground, and then a little AC outlet. Let's see if we can go pop these covers off. Not sure what does or doesn't open on this. Is it the front or the back or the left or the right? We're in. Looks like we got a little pile of stuff. Yeah, somebody definitely had that carburetor off and the fuel off. Looks like that's what they were trying to deal with to get it going. I don't know if that's just a vent or they cut it. I don't know, maybe we should check and see if it has spark. Maybe we'll start there before we dig into the carburetor. But looks like everything's complete. Fresh gas coming out of it. I don't see the air filter at all. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't see right now. Alright, let me get set up. We'll get that plug out of there and see if she got spark. Got spark. That's a good sign. Shits and giggles. When we put a little bit of gas down it, see if it'll go. Someone was asking what that bottle was. I don't know if this helps yet or not. The writing's kind of beat on it. Anybody else want to answer that question, you can answer it for them too. It's come up a couple of times, this topic. Should probably take it off a choke on. go. Okay, good little motor for 40 bucks anyway. Let's maybe we'll plug a light into it. We'll see if a light comes on and see if the charging system is the power part of it is working. All right, now we got a light. Sometimes it takes a second to for it to make power too, though. It might not even get up to RPM enough for it to do anything. Makes my job easy. All right, so all that stuff seems pretty good. And it's like we're just going to kind of dive into this carburetor a little bit, and we'll see what it does and doesn't have, and you know, that kind of thing. That might just be a vent, but that has to go somewhere. That might be, it's not a fuel pump. This might need to see crankcase vacuum, and what that does is allow the fuel petcock to open up. Just not sure where that would have tapped into yet. I don't see anything. And we're on it. Usually it goes to the intake somewhere. Let me go get a light and we'll go poke and hope a little bit better. So this guy's just a vent, probably coming from the breather of the valve cover. It passes through the air cleaner housing. You put when this gets put on, you can see the hole that's left for it in the upper right. So that just kind of got put on there. I haven't figured out where this one goes yet. I don't see it. It's not obvious where it's kind of popping out from. But I want to pop the fuel line off. I think there's gas in it. And what we'll do is we'll just turn the gas on and off on the side, and we'll see if any flow happens. Watch step. That's the pet being open. I do believe there's fuel in it. I think it's crappy, but nope, it's dry. I want to see if I can blow through it. Yeah, I can blow right into the tank. So that will flow. And the shutoff works. All right, so I'm not going to be concerned about that. That may not be the case, but I think we should probably get that carburetor out of there. And we'll look into that and we'll see. Get that bowl cleaned and all. I'm trying to look at the best way to get the linkage off without thrashing a bunch of stuff. The choke should just come right with it. That arm looks like it's all on a beat up side. I might be able to unthread the studs and then flip the carburetor right out of there. See if that's a possibility. Trying to grab it as close as possible so I don't mar up the threads. Sometimes they have a little nut kind of cast into it. But this is definitely an older unit. I don't think they even make the 650s anymore. I'm not sure. Seems like a lot of ones I see, like the other one I got was like 1,000 or 1,200. I have to do this one too. You guys are probably going right now. That's not how you do it. You just pull the clip off right there. It'll come right out. I don't know. Other way you could do it too is you could double nut it and take it out. Put 2 nuts on where the threads are. You'll lock them together, and then you can use that as a, turn the top of it into a bolt. There we go. All right, let's go grab ourselves a little 10 mil. We'll pop that bowl off. Let's see what we got. Oh, it chokes off. It's not terribly dirty. It's a liquid that resembles gas. I don't see a big puddle of water in the bottom of it, but it may have pissed out right when I opened it, That jet looks a little dirty. You dirty jet. That guy right there, that's the pickup. That's where it draws the, where are you? There you go. That's where it draws the fuel through, right through that jet. And it's gonna focus. Okay, it looks a little punky. So let's go get that cleaned up. Put that back together. That needle looks a little rusty too. Yeah. The color of the metal on that right there. It's a needle. It's clean on the little ribs, but you can see some rust has formed on this guy. And it looks like something's not right there. No, it's just the inside of the jet. So I'm going to get that guy removed. I don't know if that center will push down. Pull that jet out also. So let's set you up. We'll do it. Make any steps here. You think we can get it with the factory tool? Trying to tear it apart, so I'm not going to manipulate that too bad. See where it's ripping out with that? Oh, it fails. That's why they make vice grips. See if you can see through it. Put a light behind it. I could see a hair through it. It's definitely clogged a bit. Let's see if we can get this one out. We need a better screwdriver. Shall we? I'll run that guy in a little so we can get that one out. see some more passages there. I look underneath the microscope on that one to see if it's clear. And then the air fuel mix. We'll take that one out. And that should give us access to all the passages on the inside that can be clogged. Again, it's not terribly dirty, but again, it doesn't take much to put over the line. So I'm going to take some car cleaner. We're going to blow that out. And I'll look under the scope and see if I could look down the center, see how the main passageway hole. You guys aren't going to be able to see that, but I'm looking at, see the brass in the center there? Okay. I want to make sure that that guy is nice and clear, because that's where the fuel is being drawn up through. And you should kind of stick through the center there. And sometimes you can get behind inside there and you push down on it and it'll pop. You get the whole thing out. No, I don't want to damage it. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go clean that up. We'll put it back together and we'll see what we get. So I cleaned all that out. I can't say I found anything definitive that was an issue, but I do feel either the float was not sealing, so it was flooding over with gas, or the main jet going in was clogged, not allowing it to suck up fuel. Or a combination of both. So it's clean now. I just want to put that back together, and I want to make sure that that float is working correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blow air through the intake and then flip it over, and that works. So my needle and seat is now working. So I figure we'll just go put all that back together. Get that back in there. Get my bowl orientation correct first. I'd say right about, probably right about there, so you have access to the drain screw. And I'll save you the part of wrestling with it to get it back together, but be back in a second. So I didn't pull the gas tank or anything. It looks empty. I had the gas line off, I didn't see anything come through. I figure what I'll do is we'll put some gas in it and we'll let it flow through the fuel line. And let it push out any contaminants that are in there. If it'll go through. And I also swapped those two lines because the gas line was beat up, and this had no clamp on the end of it, so it never was attached to anything. So it must have been a vent of some sort. So let's go to on. Alright. Cut that back. Right there. What do I do with the little clamp? I don't know. Get that in a minute. So put that back on there. Switch it to choke. Give it a second to fill up with fuel. There's the clamp. You know, when you start it up, everything's going to go vibrating off the bench. All right. And hopefully she just fires right up. Let's go see. Put the gas cap on it first. shut off. I did check the oil was fine. Alright, it's smoking. The the gas I put in there is a 2-stroke gas. I thought I had the clean can, but I don't. You can kind of see how it's not the correct color. 2-stroker. So let me go find some the correct stuff, and we'll run that. We'll stick it outside. We'll let it run for 10-15 minutes. Alright, so I put the little bits and pieces on it and change that fuel out, except for what's in the carburetor. So it's still going to smoke until it burns that that pre-mixed fuel out of there. And look at it this way. It allowed me to flush that tank out with some crappy gas. And let's give her. Try it out the choke. Alright, with the choke. I believe these are supposed to vibrate with the frequency that it's running at. I don't see them doing much of anything though. So I'm going to go in the house, get a cup of coffee, and let that run for, I don't know, 10 minutes. We'll come and check on it in a little bit. Well, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Smoke going away due to my issues. So let's bring it back in and we'll start cleaning it up and taking care of some of the boo-boos on it. I don't think so, but I figure we'll go look in the backyard, see if we can find ourselves a Honda air cleaner motor cover. That's not going to be it. That's going to be totally different. Alright, let's go. It's probably the same. Maybe in the shed. Don't think so. I think the air cleaner itself, I think it's just a little piece of foam. Might be able to do something with that. Bring that back with us. So I didn't find anything in my stash that was going to work for me, but I do have material that is filter material, and machines, computer machines kind of run this in the cabinets, and then they have those electric fans behind it. So I have a bunch of those, and I cut them up and made two pieces for the intake. It's missing the cover, but the bail is now holding that on there. So the air going into it is now filtered, and it'll probably help knock down some of the noise yet too. So I'm gonna go probably get my parts washer solution, a little coffee can with this little brush, and we'll go around, we'll clean the cabinet up and see how that does. That one I can shove right in the parts washer, and we'll give it a little bit of a bath and knock off some of the heavies. And then gotta do something with the hey-ya. We only got 2 legs on there, one there and one cross corner down there. Talking about these guys right here. So I'll probably move that one down to there and see if I get something else to replace these two so it'll be even. Won't be rocking back and forth. Yeah, so that should do it. It is nice and quiet. Yeah, I just did what I said. I put the two that were on there on the back so they're even, and I just kind of made up 2 new ones for the front, rubber feet. A little rigged, but that's okay. Again, I'm probably gonna look on eBay tonight, see if somebody scrapped out one of these and pieced out some of the pieces. The air cleaner cover is probably the only thing I really need. If I happen to see the feet, I'll go get them, but maybe another 10 bucks in it. So we're into it for 40 bucks. It's a running operating unit and should serve its purpose. Again, everybody, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, and stay tuned, see what we can get into next. See ya. It's the season. Somebody beat me to it already. Just a little flick.